Hi, everybody. I'm Justice, and I'm starting my YouTube channel over again because it's almost my birthday and I'm stepping into some new energy, and that's what I feel inspired to do. So, thank you for joining. Nice to meet you. Hey, hey. Today, I want to play around with should, and let's just take a deep breath and just be here right now. Let your shoulders drop, let your belly soften, let your feet touch the earth. Um, should is one of the trickiest traps of all that we play in our mind and consciousness. And for me today, this is relevant because, like, for some reason, I'm having anxiety. I've been having it for several days on and off. I've been moving through some patterns really intentionally that have been coming up as I've been coming into my birthday because I tend to believe that these significant cycles have a way of bringing information and energy to the foreground and giving us an opportunity to be like, how do I want to be with this? Do I want to take this forward with me? This pattern, this feeling, this memory, this behavior. And I've been getting some really, really strong ones. And even like some ancestral energies coming through, which, if you're not familiar with that notion, it's like energy that you've been steeped in, that's like part of your familial past, that's been coming up and that's been coming through. And my body, I think, is recognizing like some of this energy that I was steeped in is really truly not me. It's not congruent with who I deeply am. And my body is trying to find a way to process that out, how to let go of that with as much ease and grace as possible. And on top of this internal configuration and the sensations that are going along with it, I have my mind up here going, oh, but it's almost your birthday and you just had a great time with your daughter and you've got all these great things happening in your life, and you really shouldn't be feeling this way. You should be cool, like totally cool and chill right now because the sun is shining. I got my best little buddy here, my friend. My cat's out there wreaking havoc, and it's like life is good. My family's healthy. There's always something, something's always off with someone a little bit, but it's not like it's nothing pressing, there's nothing pressing immediately wrong. There's lots going on in the world, absolutely, and I am a sensitive being, as many of us are. I can feel the distress in the planetary field. I can feel the life force being distorted and suppressed, and yeah, I can feel all of that, and I can tap into that, and then my anxiety actually becomes something more of a like a nostalgia, which is the term for planetary grief. And I can feel that planetary grief. I can feel the grief, my own personal distress at what's happening with the mama's body, with the Earth Mama's body. And that actually kind of brings a little bit of relief because the anxiety, where it's this tightly wound, sort of coiled energy and feeling, grief has this. It can be sharp, but it also has this softness to it. And so instead of raging and being angry about things that I can't do about anything about, and yeah, all of that, I'm going to instead breathe into my body and really give myself permission to just feel what I'm feeling, what I want, whether I want to feel it or not. It's here, these sensations. What does anxiety feel like for you? For me, it's like a fluttering, a disturbance, kind of here underneath my breast, sort of over my diaphragm, probably my vagus nerve. My mind's going, everything's cool, you shouldn't be feeling this way. My body's going, yeah, but I do. And my mind's going, looking for things to think about that can match the feeling that I'm having internally of feeling this anxiety, this sensation experience that we can call anxiety. And so I pause again, I breathe in a yes to giving myself permission just to feel and to experience and notice. no to trying to control that experience, no to trying to control my emotions, to trying to control this state, just allowing it to be what it is. Some thoughts that are going through is like, oh, I could have communicated with this person that I care about better. It's like, yeah, that happens to people. You're human. I'm really good at communicating, but I'm not always right there. So I'm going to let that thought go. The rainforest comes up. That's a massive thought, and my whole body, it trembles when I feel into that. So I'm going to let that go, because right now in this moment, there's nothing I can do about that. All I can do is I can be with my own sense of grief right now, my sense of smallness in this moment, my sense of smallness to the planet, and then I can, when I've had a moment to reset, to breathe in, to connect with her field, I can rededicate myself, and this is what I do over and over and over. I rededicate myself to taking care of her in whatever big or small way I absolutely can, whether that's, trying to get all of my food and nutrition from local growers, and get my sustenance from markets, if it's if it's doing thrift store shopping for retail therapy, if it's trying to drive my car less, if it's just trying to live like with a smaller footprint in a more sustainable way, primarily not adding drama and and more pain and confusion to the collective. If I don't feel like I can help, the least that I can do is not add any more mess for others to clean up. So these are all things that I can actively do. But when I'm in this anxious state, anxiety is like, it doesn't matter what you do. And I'm like, yeah, sometimes it feels that way, and there's a sense of helplessness. And so I breathe into that too, and exhale, and already there's a shift happening in my body. There's a sense of aliveness. There's more of a willingness to tend to my own personal stuff. There's more willingness to be with the sensations in my body and my own feelings and emotions, and to not try to use this guy up here to control this deep, juicy, primal intelligence that is connected with everything. This can really disconnect with that from stuff, and it would love to go and like scroll and check out and just like be in its own little world of distortion, and I'm doing my best not to. And so when we have anxiety and when we want to put that should on top of it, it's so deeply compassionate just to allow the feelings and sensations to be what they are. Let the mind, try to make the little loops that it wants to make, and give it a little cookie and say, hey, buddy, you're doing a good job. It's okay. And then breathe. And just come back to breathing, taking spirit in, taking resources in, exhaling stress and drama and detox and toxicity. So here I am in this moment, and beginning this new cycle with you, this new journey with you. If you like the sound of my voice, you like the information that I'm sharing, you're curious about becoming more playfully conscious in your own world, then I'll go ahead and invite you to subscribe to my channel and keep an eye out for what I'm sharing and what I'm posting. I tend to like to keep it relevant. I'm going to talk about feelings and states and energy, and just about being more real and more human in our spiritual journey as human beings with the earth, because I think it's absolutely vital for us right now. And if you're having these sensations, you're having anxiety, you're feeling helpless, you're having compassion, exhaustion, please know that you're not alone. So many of us are feeling this way, and it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to acknowledge it. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to lay on the floor and cry, or color, or journal, or even when you need to occasionally, check out on Netflix. Anything that you need to do for self-care, so that you can reinvigorate your desire to be of service and to live life in a more meaningful way. It's you taking care of you, and that's okay, loves. That's absolutely okay. So let's take care of ourselves and each other right now by just breathing, just dropping your shoulders. Let your body relax into a natural state and natural position for you. Feel the alignment of your spine, your feet on the floor, your hands pulsing with energy. Breath coming in, restoring you, breath going out, releasing you. And may you consecrate your day and your life, your love, to being of benefit to all beings, including yourself. Thank you for tuning in. Give me a subscribe or a comment, and I will see you soon.